And so I went back. I remember going back to my hut to get me blanket and me. I just had an army.
Haversack or?
Haversack, nothing else. I hadn't got any gear at all, you see.
Did you have a greatcoat?
No, nothing. No, I had a shirt, shorts, belt, and I only had my side cap actually until the we had an issue of Malay trilbies, which were miles too small. That's the only kit we ever got.
When did you have your first contact with Jacob Markovich?
Oh, that's after I came out. See, I went in the dip ward, waited for a space. You know, they were dying, several a day. There's no drugs, whatever. I mean, the only medical treatment you got virtually was your temperature taken twice, and the doctor would come round in the mornings and have a look at you, because he was out of bounds for other people. And so hopefully, you know, you did or you didn't. And it was rather sad for me because the main part of my battalion was moving from the job we had on the blasting through this quarry, cutting. And they had been given orders to move while I was still in the dip ward. And the last contact I had was a chap peering over the top and saying, "Cheerio, Smudger."
Yeah.
Because they couldn't come in, you see.
Yes.
Not very pleasant. But Cayley was quite a colourful little man as a doctor. He'd had he'd only just got out of medical school. And one of the first jobs he had in the army, apparently, was after Dunkirk. A soldier fell in front of a train and Cayley had to amputate both legs.
Horrid.
Yeah. Anyway, he also, I remember Cayley so well because I pitched down, we were clearing bamboo for this damn cutting, and I pitched over and thinking it was all solid. It wasn't, you see. The bamboo was growing up and was about, its roots were 4 or 5 feet deep, you see. I went down on that and I got a bamboo stuck straight up my backside. And so, you know, I had to go and see Cayley, who said it was the first one he'd ever had to stitch up.
Now let's go, I did talk about Markovich. Can you tell us roughly when you first met him, and tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, no, Markovich was a very brilliant, intelligent man. You know, he cultured as well as being, you know, a highly efficient medico. Very intelligent man, deep thinking, and he had a wonderful wit. He had a sort of laconic sort of drawl. He was Canadian, and I have nothing but admiration because he integrated with the troops as well. They all loved Markovich as a character and a person, and he did really a fantastic job. There's no doubting it, you know. Can easily be despised, someone who's cutting limbs off left, right and centre, you know. But do you remember him canvassing the camp for people that had any
knives or instruments like that?
No, it was a general request, you know, that anything of that nature that might be helpful would be handed in. But I think even to the end they were still using the butcher's knife. They disinfect it, you know, alcohol or burning it. We made our own alcohol, and so he saved a hell of a lot of lives that way.
All right, so after Tronkai, what was your next camp?
Well, Tronkai, I was you know, there some time, because I'd come out because I hadn't had any drugs, you see. It had taxed my heart badly, so I had you know, palpitations and some trouble with the heart, and at the same time the beriberi had increased, and a vitaminosis, which we all gradually got, which affected your eyesight as well. You couldn't look, I mean, if you looked to the window or door in a hut, you'd have the damned image on your retina for about half an hour. And that was vitamin deficiencies. But I was put on various jobs during that recuperation period, really. Quite fortunately, otherwise I'd have been shunted straight up, you know, on a party. One job I got was water fatigue, which was, they thought, well, the doctor in charge then thought that would rectify and help my heart condition. You pulled on a rod, you know, for hours, in and out, and it was a clever little arrangement where a bucket of water came out and then it went back empty, full, empty, full, empty, full from the moat. And then there was several things. That was probably the time when I got put on party of Markovich and Dunlop's. Dunlop took over from Markovich, but there was an overlap period. But
well, Dunlop didn't arrive in Tronkai till
oh no, it was
44.
Yes. But there were quite a few of the younger officers had all been sick of some, mostly amoebic dysentery. And we were put on this pus punching party, where there was so many men had got ulcers, and that's what inevitably caused the amount of amputations. They started with just a scratch on the ankle or something like that, and most of us, if we got any shoes at all, we wore these handmade wooden clompers. And they were terrible, you see, for flipping and cutting you, and so was going in the bush, you see, and working either without boots or shoes or clompers or anything. There were no socks, I never had a pair of socks. So pus punching was, I suppose, used to have a couple of hours, morning and afternoon. If it were very bad, you used a spoon, you see, or there being so many, most of them were about an inch or a couple of inches, and you clean that out with kapok, which grew locally, which was very lucky because we got no bandages and stuff.